We got ourselves Team Red. As Seavark said, something he did with... Oh, you are a Volpera. It really doesn't look that bad. I mean, now you're a furry, but it doesn't look bad at all. Seavark on a Volpera Mage. We got us a Demon Hunter on a Demon Hunter. We got Demoniac at the front. We got Spartanius Arcane. Probably Arcane, I hope so. And we got Thresh Shock in here going for some Trash Shock. We got a Biosity as a, oh, looking like a very bio-friendly rogue. We got us a Decapitator here in the back as well, looking really, really beautiful. We got Casey in the back as Demon Hunter Locust as a Arms Warrior, and Sashimi Old. Sashimi as an Affliction Warlock. Okay, we'll see how well that works out for him, or how not well it works out for him. Demonic is going to be getting a sap on the Demon Hunter. If only the Demon Hunter was aware that there's a subtlety rogue. Go up and up with a big bike onto KC. Huge Eviscerate in the opener. Big damage out of the sub-bro. KC already at so low health. Tricky coming down for Demoniac. Just ended KC's whole career before it began. This man just melted. Biosity is trying to see if he can get some damage onto Demoniac. Trying to stop him from resetting. That is going to be a Kidney Shot onto Demoniac. It is going to be a Riard though, with a bike to follow. Kidney Shot turning around onto Biosity. Demoniac had used to go for a lot of defense, so that's going to be sub-rogue Biosity. Actually, it's going to be sub versus sub right now. Demonic pop invasion right now. Cheap shot into Biosity for a second. It's going to be stars stacking up into one of the rogues. Blind onto Biosity, so Demoniac might be able to count himself a reset. That's going to be a Sipic out came out for Biosity right before that blind came out. It's not, oh, turning around with a sap onto Demoniac. Oh my, what is that sap? That blind, no sap guarantee. Get the shot on Demoniac. No way out of it. Deshigatsu and this man, and down he goes with a big old Eviscerate. Biosity taking the sub reigns here for today, boys. Just turning it around on the guy. Thresh Shock's gonna be up next. I'm gonna guess not a sub rogue. I'm gonna guess an Assassination rogue. How strong is sub with all these trinkets, boys? Is it a Deshigat bike with those Eviscerates? Big birds blowing people up. And if you have any Master of Versatility corruptions, that could be huge too. That could be huge. But that's going to be a bit of a stealth duel versus Thresh as well as a Biosity. The eyes are up for the both of them. They are next to one another, but they're not sniffing each other out yet. Better Nice coming out for Biosity. Like he did, getting out of stealth. Both of them going to get in combat. Kidney Shot still going to come out onto Thresh Shock. Is he going to trick this? No, he's not. That's going to be quite a bit of damage for Biosity. It looks like he has Echo and Void helping him over extra damage. Reaping Flames to fall. Has a Mark for Death on him. Shadow Step in the Shadow Step onto Thresh. He actually popped an evasion before the Kidney Shot can come out. That Shadow Step was legendary. Blind onto Biosity, who has not yet to trinket a blind at all. And Thresh has evasion and a blind together. Probably not the best setup. But it's going to be his final opener. No Mark for Death available. That Shadow Step on Shadow Step was just legend, dude. That was actually nuts. I've never seen that. Kidney Shot Trinket coming out immediately for Biosity. Going for Cheap Shot Trinket coming out for Thresh. He ain't going to hit with a bike either way. Barely any health left. Vanish coming out for Biosity. Echo and Void. Oh! I guess he had enough dust to take down Thresh Shock as he could get away with a Vanish. It looks like Demon Hunter is going to be up next. Does hit him with a stab. The Echo and Void is hitting him, I think. It doesn't put him in combat. I wonder if Biosity can build up a bunch of Echo and Void, sap a guy, somehow proc Echo and Void to just keep radiating around him while the enemy is sitting on the sap. Kidney Shot onto Demon Hunty. Is that going to be big damage? Try to get those Shadow Strikes in there. Big Eviscerate. Deshigat after the Cheap Shot to follow. Huge damage. Stun coming out into Biosity. No Trinket available. That's going to be a Safeguard Trinket coming out for Demon Hunty. Hit drop health low enough where the Safeguard Trinket is gone. Clock Shot is coming out for Biosity as he's going for the Shadow Step. Double Shadow Step on Demon Hunty just to get away from the Demon Hunter. Trying to kite him around. Smoke Bomb coming in. Does he get the restealth here? He does not get the proper restealth. Kidney Shot still going to come out on Demon Hunter. He's going to metamorphosis from this Cheap Shot right after. Twisted Appendage needs to be taken care of. Might want to blind this guy at this point here. Does he have the blind? Blind coming out. It looks like Biosity is going to be able to count himself a full reset. Does he have the bike? Used Deshigat here a little bit earlier. Is going to land himself a sap onto Demon Hunter after catching a reset. Demon Hunter's got so essentially Biosity needs to mess up with his damage and not crit. So you got to get very, very unlucky here. It's going to be popping Shadow Blades here for the big burst onto Demon Hunter. Get a shot to follow. Shadow Strike, Nightblade, getting the big damage in. Does he have the bike trinket to go for here? Echo and Void is doing a little bit of extra damage. Big Eviscerate. Demon Hunter barely surviving it. Did not go for a CC onto Biosity and met Reaping Flames immediately. Sparta's going to be up next versus the Sub-Rogue Menace at the 4-minute mark. Not even dampening yet, boys. And Biosity popping off big bursts on everybody, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy damage out of this guy. Has Cold Blood ready. This man is cold-blooded. Killer. And Sparta's gonna have to play tricky with this guy. I mean, it's gonna be a sub-rogue playing tricks, playing bursts, playing cooldowns, chasing and running after people, shadow stepping past everyone. Sparta's gonna have to be very, very careful though, trying to see if he might be able to kind of mount up around the eyeball in case Biosity is on that side. But Biosity is gonna try to see if he can meet him around the corner. Shadow stepping after the cheap shot, kind of a misplay. It's gonna be a bike trick. Sparta's gonna go for a trinket. He's gonna get himself a bit of CC onto Biosity, trying to get a polymorph. Not gonna happen without a trinket. He's probably gonna be a sitting duck. At least I would imagine. Trying to get some slows and damage rolling into Biosity. Does get the dot on him with the Nether Tempest. Nether Tempest is going to put some dot damage into Biosity, trying to prevent her from re-stealthing. Somehow he's able to attack her from above. What is that? Invis coming in for Spart. Does get himself a reset on the dot. And trying to go for some freebie damage to Biosity. Mark for Death ready. Shadow Step coming in. Might be Ice Block for Spart if he sees a lot of damage coming out for Biosity. Does Ice Block that Eviscerate though? And it's going to try to get out, redotting Biosity. He's going to go for a Vanish. No, actually has Cloak of Shadows if he wants to get a full reset here. But Spart essentially is going to find a way to keep him out in combat and tickle him with Arcane Missiles from time to time. He's going to blink past Biosity for a second. Arcane Missiles is going to be doing the tickle. And Biosity is just going to try to see if he can bail out of there for a little bit. Trying to kite, trying to catch himself even the smallest of resets ever. Spart is going to be hell of a duel. Trying to go for a bit of an invis. Trying to see if he can catch Biosity. Arcane Blast coming out around the corner. Doesn't actually see it. Does get hit by it. That's going to be getting the shot off of those Arcane Missiles. Has the Orc Racial rolling. That's probably going to be Destrigad's chicken here too, isn't it? Eviscerate maybe to fall. It's going to be Cheap Shot. Destrigad's actually getting hit into a Temporal. That's going to be hold that health back for Spart, which is huge. Boston popping in a bit of a self-heal with the Sippy Cup. Cloak of Shadows coming out of the rogue. Finally, Spart might be able to actually make a play as the Cloak of Shadows is finally out. Boston is able to catch himself full reset. I'm almost expecting Spart to have a blink Nether Tempest here, boys. Almost expecting it. Spart tried to see if he might be able to go for the another. Nope. Not even thinking about the other eyes. He's set in another direction. But he now knows the rogue is in stealth and he's expecting the rogue to be anywhere near the eyes. So you might as well go for food. Try to AoE the arm. Does he get the rogue? He doesn't. Get the shot onto Spart. He has plenty of health to work with. Does Biosity have the damage here with the trinkets and everything? Cheap shot to follow. Try to go for even more damage. That's going to be echoing Void. Actually doing quite a bit of damage to Sparticle. Spart catches a couple of missiles onto Biosity, blinking back on top of it. The bike kind of crashing into the wall. I don't even know if that actually did damage to Spart. Just the bike, it just kind of ran into the wall and couldn't figure out how to get around it. And I think it just exploded without even hitting Spart. Very unfortunate that's what happened. Get a shot onto Spart. Does take a cheap shot to follow. Could be huge damage out of the rogue. Another cheap shot right after trying to get the Eviscerates. Short invis coming in for Spart. Does have the invis that reduce the amount of damage it takes, but with no health. Trying to insta-cast in order to get his health back up ASAP. Has a little bit of a corruption, just attacking it. Barely any health available for this bad boy. Does have another Tempest onto Biosity. Maybe Sparta will be able to go for some food or something. Trying to insta-cast his way back to health. Trying to use whatever traits he has. He has one trait where insta-cast give him a percentage of health back. Small percentage though. Kill the shot onto Spartan. I think that could be the end. Biosity might have it, and a Destrigat trick it does take him out in the end. The sub-rogue bursty damage and the survivability was not enough. Well, was maybe too much actually, the better word. For Sparticle as Arcane, you might want to adjust his play against the sub-rogue. Seavark is Arcane. He's going to be able to... Oh, I think he's trying to go for an auto duel. Maybe? It looks like he's trying to go for an honor duel. Is Biosity going to meet him on the honor duel? The Seavark is just walking in the middle. He doesn't know where the rogue is at. He could bow to him, walk up, and honor. Maybe? Is he going to do it? No, it looks like Seavark is kind of... I don't know if he's trying to trick the rogue. Maybe he's trying to trick him. Like, hey, I'm honor dueling. And then just throw Arcane Orb at a random location. Maybe that's exactly what's going on. But Biosity, I mean, he's just staying the furthest distance possible from Seavark. Seavark versus Biosity. Biosity walking right to the guy. Cheap shot in the opener with a bike right after. Seavark, he's actually on a bike himself, so it's going to be a bike on bike crime in a sense. Temporal coming down for Seavark, trying to see if he might be able to survive the damage out of this rogue. He's just relentless. Shadow step and stand on Seavark. Vanish. Actually, one isn't Vanish. It was a Shadow step, Shadow strike. It looked like a Vanish, Shadow strike. But Seavark actually doing quite a bit of damage back to the rogue. Does pop invis with the trinket for a second. Trying to see if he can stay on top of Biosity. Does get another Tempest on him, so the rogue is not going to have an easy time resetting. Seavark tried to see if he might be able to get the Arcane Orb to tab the rogue. Cloak of Shadows coming out. Why is super low? Blind on the Seavark does not trinket it. Biosity tried to see if you might be able to reheal. Those stars are huge. That did so much damage. Is Seamark playing a huge stars build right now as an Arcane Mage? He just needs to find the rogue and get another star proc on the guy. Throwing around Arcane Orb, almost tagging the rogue too. Sap coming out by Biosity. As we hit the 10-minute mark, 31% damage, but against this rogue, going to be able to take the glory home. Or is Seamark going to be able to shut him down? Getting shot by this rogue, going for big damage. Temporal for Seamark. Ice Block coming out. Had to Ice Block, otherwise he was going to die. Cheap shot right after the rogue. Juking down. Seamark managed to fall right after. Does get Nova though. Biosity is out in the open. Seamark does not know that he Nova'd him out in the open. That's going to be easy sap for Biosity. Does get AoE'd out. Biosity dipping down. Does have a lot of health back though. With the Warlock Hellstone on his team from old, so Shibi is actually able to be quite survivable. But Seamark blinking back on top. Biosity might want to stop his eats immediately. Actually going to be invis for Seamark. Might go to the furthest side of the arena, or the furthest he can think where the rogue might be. Into an invis right after, double invis. So he might be able to go super far and maybe go for some food. I think he might just go over here in the corner, or just maybe on the bridge. It's hard to tell where he's going to go. Maybe he's going to go to the enemy room and try to eat there. He's thinking, you know what? There's no way the rogue knows I'm there. Oh, Decapitate accidentally AoE'd him. He did not know he was going to walk by there. Seamark was going to go for food, but that AoE accidentally denied him food. No! Decapitated just was probably trying to keep himself active in the game so he doesn't get booted for waiting so long. Sometimes people get booted when they're not active. And that was just unfortunate. Seamark immediately trinkets out of a temporal coming out. Cheap shot by the rogue. Oh my god, Biosity with a massive sub-rogue damage, dude. If only Seamark. Oh no. Decapitator just tried to make sure he doesn't get taken out and kicked out of the arena, right? That's what he did, man. He didn't do it on purpose. He would just press a button just to, so the game doesn't kick him out. Because if you're AFK, because imagine being inside of the arena and it's not your time to go. So maybe you alt tab to watch the stream so you can see the duels closer. And then, if you're not like actively shifting your character or pressing a button or doing something, it will eventually kick you out of the arena. So, you just move back and forth, dude. It was just unfortunate. It was just unlucky. Honestly, it would have been good otherwise than that, man. That just was a little bit of unluck, man. Couldn't that just move? You actually have to use abilities? Maybe you have to. I wouldn't know, dude, but that was just so unlucky.